look at the momentum overall of the tournament, and right now Fakey has been doing a phenomenal job. I mean, throughout their bracket run, they actually went against Wrench, where they were able to beat them 2-1. Ayo Blue, they beat them 2-0. Pierre beat them 2-1. Radish beat them 3-1. The only player that they have lost to thus far is Sandstorm
Lord Sandstorm.
themselves.
The
Yup.
only time he
So
lost was when he's played against someone who was on site that was like just as good. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, Fakey, he got 5th in Winters, I'm pretty sure, or 4th. Very high placement. Not exactly sure on the exact one, but we're getting off into a quick game 1, and MegD is finding a lot of hits on the sword. We're gonna have to see how Fakey can respond.
and I don't see a lot of this character played. I mean, so I love seeing Fakey just rock it all the time and do well with it. Just like I said earlier, there's a lot of those players that are continuing to evolve, continuing to bring in new meta. So it's awesome to see Fakey just continuing to thrive in this competitive environment.
Yeah, and I mean, what we're going to be seeing is Fakey has that high dex bow and scythe, so he's going to be able to throw out a lot of attacks. So a lot of stuff that you see from Fakey might even be like baits and just trying to make MegD make a mistake. But so far, MegD has shown that he is not falling for anything. He's just going to get his neutral hits, recovery catching, and MegD doesn't have many options to work with. Ground pound confirming it. Wow, and MegD has the lead going into their MegD's second stock.
Awesome by Fakey though, reading the movement, was able to dodge in, turn around, recovery, so able to catch that movement there, and then of course emphasizing on it. Great job on the side of Fakey right now, looking for some extra credit on this first stock, and MegD just trying to end it as quick as possible. They can't get overconfident here. They got to make sure they stop taking too much damage, especially on this second stock.
Ooh, the Fakey off stage, always very, very scared to get taken off stage by a competent scythe player. You know, some scythe players will just go for like their Nair Sair combos, but when it's one of them that, you know, if they've seen their fair share of Sandstorm clips and they want to experiment, never a fun time against those guys. So, delay recovery, taken close to the top. Fakey really lost a lot of his lead due to that weapon starve.
Yep. Great job by MegD here, though, going in, not being scared, just continuing to rack up this damage and doing quite well with it. But Fakey finally having that bow, though, maybe is going to return the favor here. And right now it's quite even, similar stocks, similar damage.
Right. We're going to have to just see who can secure that KO, who can find that option. And I mean, it's just dead even. It's not, you know, it's not very decisive right now. MegD in a good spot, but can he avoid the ledge trap? He's going to choose instead to weapon start Fakey. He's going to look for the KO move on sword. Going to be like a GCD light, a Sair. The side sig. Very, very, very good call out coming out from MegD. And I mean, now he's leading. Coming down from a deficit, now he's in the lead. Very, very good looks for MegD.
Oh yeah, looking very clean. Fakey's going to have to make some changes here. I mean, they got to play a lot more safely against this MegD, because MegD's actually playing quite aggressively this game. Amazing to see, and they're doing quite well with it. But Fakey right now looking to secure the second stock. If they're able to do that, they are going to look quite well in this game. But MegD doing a great job there.
Again, showing his Val proficiency, doing some stuff that I don't really see too often. And I mean, Fakey's going to be trying to confirm this KO, but MegD's job right now is not the hardest. He just has to find his quick little D-Light. The recovery's going to take him out. So, once again, as I was saying in the Guichibu set, you can't count out players like Fakey out, right? He's just too good in advantage state that you can't just say, oh, it's over. But MegD, when it comes to last stock, it's a nightmare, because he will just find the move. He will get into his spot, he will find the D-Light, and he will get you. So, we're going to have to see how this plays out right now.
Fakey, though! There is nothing more dangerous than a scythe player on their final stock, because if they're able to get something started, especially off stage, and take you off, they are going to be able to take you out, knock you out in an instant. So they got to be very careful. But MegD able to get that recovery there at the end. Great job on the side of MegD. Fakey down, but it was a pretty close game. I think it was winnable on either side, but unfortunately for Fakey, MegD was able to get that final hit. But Fakey, what kind of changes do you think they're going to be able to make here?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if it's a change of map that's needed. I don't know if he just, you know, he just needs to, like, again, he's playing a string weapon. He needs to get the big extensions. right?
Yep.
Plain and simple. You know, you can't really go even and neutral with a person who's playing sword because, you know, sword will always just find a way to just hit you in a trade. And like
Oh yeah.
when you want to get the KO and it's a last hit situation with sword, they're probably going to be winning it. So you don't want to get to that point. So it's like we need Fakey in the advantage to where he doesn't have to worry about like a very easy KO. Like
Oh, yep.
Fakey needs to be in a lead going into the last stock to really, really, you know, have the profit of just playing that string weapon. But off to a good start.
Yeah, right now looking a lot better, but MegD, once again, we saw that this last game, they were able to secure some knockouts quite quickly, especially rack up damage quite quickly. Just like you said, that sword is very dangerous, and just the finishers, oof.
Goes for the side say. I'm not sure if Fakey touched here. I don't think he has any options to work with. No, he touched it. He did touch, but nothing.
What?
Wow.
The stage.
Clearly wanted to diagonal up dodge, but I don't even know if that would have made him. I think he had to go straight up there, and that would have gone punished by the side sig. So just great coverage from MegD. And he's got solid lead and a weapon starve going. So great spot if you're MegD right now.
Oh yeah, and it was looking so good for Fakey for a while there at the very beginning, but once again, not being able to touch there. Very dangerous off stage. I think both players have a potential to be very dangerous off stage.
Yeah, because, you know, MegD's not exactly the most flashy off stage, but anyone who picks up gauntlets off stage has an off stage. That weapon is off stage, right? Because all their moves send down, it's just a great move. So it's like, you know, it's pretty even off stage. Just Fakey has a slight advantage just because he can choose where he gets to throw him. But once again, Fakey evened it up a little bit, but MegD with the consistent damage is really just not letting that lead go.
Continue to trust that sword. I mean, once again, just those options by the sword come out so quickly. Once you get to that KO percentage, they're gonna be able to delight you into almost a lot of different things, especially that recovery, and that is going to do it. MegD right now up a whole stock. It is very healthy right now.
Yeah, he's looking very confident in the lead. I mean, Fakey just has not been able to find those huge extensions that we've seen him get on other players. I mean, it's one of those things where MegD is just very good at stuffing out the momentum of other players. He doesn't let them get that inch they need to break back into the game. And so they're trading, they're going even. But MegD, again, he has the cushion of that last stock. So pushing an offstage scenario, he's just getting consistent damage. Wow.
What?
Oof. Just, you know, you see someone take a Val player to Demon Island, and then they get side-sigged on the closed walls, and you look at them and you say, you know what? You kind of deserve it at that point if you're locking in on small, like, it's just, Demon Island is not exactly the wisest decision against a character who has a sig like that. I guess he maybe thought the Munin D-sig would also be good, but I don't know. Against Rayman, Val, those sort of characters, picking Demon Island is very risky. I mean, Fakey did, like, not enough damage. Just very low damage numbers and not getting the KO. It's just he needs to break free. He's getting boxed. He's getting like boxed like a fish by MegD. Like he's literally getting put into a cube and like thrown around. He just needs to break out and then do the Fakey stuff that we know that he can do. Right?
Yep, has to show some confidence here as we go into this next game. Right now, Fakey is down 2-0. This could be it for MegD if they're able to secure this last game here, or potentially last game. They are going to be moving on in the bracket and looking pretty good. But Fakey, of course,
hey, don't count out Fakey. Don't count out Fakey. Yep. He's got, you know, he is a very talented player. Like, cannot be understated. Just one of those things where MegD is just. Ooh, sides and catches, and that's going to be the KO.
Yep.
Wow, and once again, catches him early stock. Very good looks for Fakey. Can he keep it up? That is the main question. Can he, you know, get a big string? Can he get a read? Can he find something to just make the bleed a little more meaningful?
I think we're seeing the different, you know, color change on the side of Fakey. I believe that's a different scythe color. Don't you know, quote me on that.
I think he changed. He changed.
Final form.
He changed to Skyforged. Maybe.
Final form.
I mean, and he switched his scythe too. That's strange. Very strange.
Yeah. Final form. Here we go.
I swear I've seen that setup before. You might be a fan, but Again, it's dead even right now. Fakey trying to get his, you know, his mark in the set, trying to get that first game, but MegD just really not letting him make any progress. I mean,
Maybe Fakey has figured something out here. I mean, it's looking a lot closer potentially, but once again, we've seen this before, and then MegD just being able to take off in almost an instant. But right now, damage advantage is slightly on the side of MegD.
getting caught
At
out.
Edge Garden.
Not able to avoid the bow recovery, but still, MegD, good spot, even in the damage. And I mean, Fakey's probably going to be looking for a Sig to KO regardless, so delay recovery, not KOing just yet. Another one will. That is it. And now, Fakey on his tournament stock. Can he make an effort to do the comeback, or is it going to be another 3-0 for MegD in his loser's run?
And MegD just looking so clean right now. Just like you said, just looking like they're playing quite patiently.
Yo, nah, MegD is like owning right now. He's feeling very confident, and he's hitting all his moves that he needs to. The side light, you know, MegD's just in sandbox mode right now. He's just hitting all his moves. It's just doing what sword players do. Wow, just the advantage state. Fakey has just not gotten in like once. Enlight still. Fakey, boxed like a fish. Can he do anything? Can he fight back? D-Light Sair, off stage. He needs to hit a move. It's just one of those things.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it,
That's
yo.
it. Yeah. Just no moves to be hit for that whole last stock. Very, very unfortunate. You hate to see it.